Speak 1400 WVWB. It is 9 o'clock, 9 degrees at 7:02 in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WVWB, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The results of President Trump's annual physical are in.
In summary, the president's overall health is excellent.
Rear Admiral Dr. Ronnie Jackson, the White House physician.
All clinical data indicates that the president is currently very healthy and that he will remain so for the duration of his presidency.
Dr. Jackson says he's especially pleased with Mr. Trump's cardiac health, saying the president rates far above average for a man of 71. Without a short-term spending bill, federal agencies will start shutting down this weekend, and there's still no deal.
Members of the Freedom Caucus met Tuesday night and vowed to block a stripped-down government funding bill unless there's additional defense spending in the measure. GOP leaders need an overwhelming number of party members to favor the extension because Democrats have already said no deal unless there's a plan to protect the so-called dreamers.
Correspondent Tim McGuire, there still is no agreement on shielding illegal immigrants who are brought here as children from deportation. Also, at SRNnews.com, a former presidential aide has been subpoenaed by the House Intelligence Committee.
Committee members reportedly grilled former Trump strategist Steve Bannon as part of their investigation into Russian election interference and President Trump's thinking when he fired FBI Director James Comey. But a spokesman for committee chairman Devin Nunes says Bannon refused to answer questions about that critical period, and that's what prompted the subpoena.
And that's correspondent Shirley Smith. From Alabama and Georgia all the way up into Maine, a winter storm spreading a lot of snow and ice, making travel tough, closing numerous schools up and down the East Coast. There have been way too many fender benders to count, and authorities in a lot of places urge people to stay off the roads if at all possible. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are up 137, NASDAQ futures 26 points higher. This is SRN News. A Russian clergyman condemns Western Europe.
Metropolitan Hilarion says the continent's decision to embrace transgenderism is, quote, an enormous tragedy, and next generations will see its repercussions. Speaking on Russian TV, the head of the Moscow Patriarchate's External Church Relations Department added that the transgender offensive, quote, has already destroyed many families, the ideology which claims that an individual can choose gender. He says the church has a responsibility to fight it. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
Israeli soldiers safely removed a bomb that had been planted at Joseph's tomb in Nablus on Monday night. A group of 1,000 Jewish worshippers were scheduled to visit the shrine the following day. The Jewish Telegraphic Agency reports Palestinian protesters gathered to throw rocks at the buses that brought the worshippers in and the troops that guarded them. No one was injured, but the buses were damaged. This is SRN News. A deftly placed hot beverage foils a carjacking.
Police in one of Washington's Virginia suburbs say two would-be carjackers fled from their intended victims when a splash of hot cocoa entered the mix. Prince William County police say a 50-year-old woman exited a 7-Eleven convenience store Saturday night when two men, one armed with a handgun, approached her and demanded her vehicle. Police say the woman struck one man with her bag before a 22-year-old daughter threw her hot chocolate toward both men, who then fled. Keith Peters, Washington.
Times are good for German automaker Volkswagen. VW recorded record sales, 10.74 million vehicles last year, boosting its bid to hold on to the title of the world's largest automaker. Sales rose 4.3% from 2016 levels. That's when the Wolfsburg-based automaker passed Japanese rival Toyota. More details at srnnews.com.
You have big plans. Pregnancy might not be part of them. You owe it to yourself to understand your options and make a decision you'll be confident with. Hope Pregnancy Center offers complimentary pregnancy tests, prenatal ultrasound scans, and options information in a non-judgmental setting. Call today for your consultation. Our number is 931-645-2273 or find us on the web at hopepregnancy.net.
The big 1400 WVWV Clarksville area weather. Partly sunny, very cold though. That cold could be dangerous this morning. We expect a high today, this afternoon, of around 21. Clear, frigid for an overnight low of around 10 degrees. Now, Thursday, not quite as cold, plenty of sunshine. We expect to get up to 36 degrees, so there should be some melting of this snow. Overnight low Thursday of 19, and Friday, sunshine, patchy clouds, expect a high of 45 degrees. Currently at 7:08, we're at 9 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county fairly light this morning. Not too bad. School is out, so that has lightened the traffic load a little bit around town and out in the county. I do see several slick spots still, though. All the main roads look like they're in pretty good shape. Looks like 79 out in Woodlawn still has a few slow spots. Looks like it is busy on the MLK 76 connector out by the interstate. Rossview Road out by the interstate, very busy. 79 St. Bethlehem, pretty busy in a couple of spots. 48 and 13, not bad this morning. And 41A out in Sango, looking good at the moment. Now, if you are headed to Nashville, 24 does look good all the way into the Music City this morning. Even with all the snow we had, they have the traffic lanes cleared out. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what lies ahead when you get there.
Well, good morning. Traffic's still a little bit lighter than normal, but there's still some back roads we're still concerned with. Interstate traffic right now, for the most part out here, is moving right along as traffic builds through Hendersonville there on Vietnam Vets. Also there on 65, we've seen some traffic in the last few minutes southbound at Trinity Lane. Get a 10% winter discount right now from NashPainting.com. Just mention this ad. Call 615-85-PAINT. From the GimmeA5.com Traffic Center, I'm Commander Chuck.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning on 1400 AM WVWB 708. Today is Wednesday, believe it or not. And this is Good Morning Clarksville, and Chuck Edwards is here, present and accounted for today. Good morning, sir.
Morning, John Michaels. Missed you yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, I came over here and waited and beat on the door and beat on the door.
You got a key.
And nobody showed up. I didn't know what, so I just said, doggone it, I'll just go on back.
You have a key.
We do have some closings. Now, these are all the closings that we have. We will continue to pass those on as they come in. Academy for Academic Excellence is closed. Austin Peay State University is closed. Now, they were on a delay, correct?
Yes, at 10 a.m., but now they
decided to close all campuses.
Yep.
Clarksville Academy is closed. Fort Campbell schools are closed. Heritage Academy is closed. Montgomery County, is that the...
Clarksville, Montgomery County schools.
Yeah. Are closed
today.
Yeah. Okay. So we're with that. So
I put
there you
that
have
in there a little confusingly.
It is a little confusing, but hey, we'll get through it. It's Wednesday. It is Governor Wednesday.
Oh, it is.
Austin Peay's closed, but
and I'm out of uniform.
You know what?
Today.
Yeah, I'm out of. You know, you got on your Austin Peay cap.
I had my shirt, but it's wrinkled, so I didn't put it on.
I'm really out of uniform.
Yeah, at least have my hat on.
And I got on Tennessee pants.
Oh, no. Bill, don't come in today.
But you know what happened?
Don't come in. Don't look at his pants.
These are the warmest pants I have.
Why'd you think it was cold?
And so it was a matter of being warm or being fashionable. I decided to go warm.
I know you missed me yesterday. I'm sure you did.
I was over here beating on the door and nobody answered.
Yeah, right before we went on, you said, it's 9 degrees. What does it feel like? And I said, 9 degrees. Just smart aleck.
Well, no, I was just thinking with the windshield. But it is bitterly cold, so if you have to be out, please bundle up. And if you don't have, but you know.
And allow yourself a few extra minutes, because there are a lot of slick spots.
There are some slick spots on the side roads, but the main roads, kudos to the road department.
That's right. Good job.
Kudos to the road department. I mean, the main thoroughfares are good to go. If you can make it to the main thoroughfares,
you're good to go.
Yeah, you are good to go this Wednesday. We're so glad that you decided to let us join you on this Wednesday, the 17th day of January. Good morning, Clarksville. It's John and Chuck. The big 1400 WVWB. It is 9 degrees at 7:15 in downtown Clarksville. Yes,
does it
sir.
feel like?
It feels like 9. On the way this hour, we've got a Sportsnet update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville, home of the Butter Buns on the big 1400. Musically, the Floaters, some champagne, as well as Sanford Townsend Band on your way all this hour. But first... It is time for the birthdays on the 17th day of January. Connor Cruz is 23. He's the adopted son of Tom and Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
He was in Red Dawn, the reboot, and he was in that 2008 movie with Will Smith called 7 Pounds. Dwayne Wade is 36. Of course, he's an NBA superstar on the Cleveland Cavaliers. He spent his first 13 years with the Miami Heat and a year with the Chicago Bulls. Freddie Rodriguez is 43. He's Benny on Bull. Before that, you knew him as Dr. Ragosa on The Night Shift. Naveen Andrews is 49. She's Jonas Maliki on the Netflix series Sense8. Have you seen that?
No.
Sense8?
No.
Okay. She was also on Lost. Michelle Obama is 54. Jim Carrey is 56. Dennis O'Hare is 56. Denise O'Hare, she's Liz Taylor on American Horror Story. Yeah. Steve Harvey, 61. Steve Earle is 63.
Yikes.
Yeah.
People are getting old.
Yeah.
What's wrong with those people?
Mick
They should be
Taylor,
like us.
guitarist with the Rolling Stones, is 70. Maury Povich is 79. James Earl Jones is 87. Betty White, we got some facts about Betty White coming up later on in the show.
She's 94.
96. Yep. Today was Muhammad Ali's birthday. We lost him in 2016. Eartha Kitt, we lost her in 2008. There was her birthday. Andy Kaufman was born on this day. He died in 1984. Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop, she died in 1998. Al Capone died in 1947. And Benjamin Franklin, born on this date, he died in 1790. A couple of days that we need to be aware of. 28 days until Valentine's. So you got 28 days, a little over a month, John, to get a gift. To get a gift.
No,
get a gift.
We broke up, so I wouldn't have to buy one.
30 days until the Black Panther comes out. 58 days to Tomb Raider hits the big screen.
How many days until spring?
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me?
I don't know how many days. I don't know how many days are out the daylight savings day.
I need to know.
Ask Surrey. You're afraid to ask Surrey.
Because she'll probably tell me to, never mind.
No.
She'll probably talk vulgar to me.
Oh, no, she won't.
She will.
No, she won't. You know, take out Surrey and ask her right now.
No, I don't want to.
Why not?
Because I've got the English.
She might not be programmed for that, right?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry about it then.
Can you make me happy, Surrey? I believe.
The Big 1400, WVWB. It is Chuck and John on this Wednesday. It is Governor Wednesday here on the Big 1400, the 17th day of January. Bill Persinger will be here from Austin Peay State University to join us during the 8
on his
o'clock
day
hour.
off, and he's going to come in. So
he's
a
just
trooper,
a loyalist,
right.
and he wants to carry forward.
Forward.
Yes, he does. Yeah. So we go back in the day. Yep.
Right.
147 years ago in 1871, Andrew S. Holliday received a patent for the cable car.
Oh, yeah.
3 years later, his invention changed the face of San Francisco. 89 years ago in 1929, Popeye the Sailor Man first appeared as a comic strip. It was created by E.C. Segar. 47 years ago in 1971, the Baltimore Colts beat the Dallas Cowboys 16-13 in Super Bowl V. 43 years ago in 1975, Beretta appeared on ABC. It lasted 3 seasons. It starred a cockatoo named Fred and Robert Blake as a New York undercover cop, Tony Beretta.
That was probably the best part of the show, was Fred.
Fred, the cockatoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that was probably the best part of the whole show.
Yeah. 32 years ago in 1986, The Clan of the Cave Bear was released, starring Daryl Hannah as a Cro-Magnon babe raised by Neanderthals.
Boy, that was a great movie.
It was?
No.
Oh, I thought you had seen it.
No.
Here's another one that you like, too.
Okay.
26 years ago in 1992, Free Jack was released.
Free Jack City?
Free Jack, the movie.
With
Mick Jagger.
Yeah, that was not
and Emilio Estevez.
That was not really a bad movie.
Yeah,
I kind of enjoyed that one.
23 years ago in 1995, the L.A. Rams announced that they were moving to St. Louis. How'd that work out?
Now where are they?
The Rams moved back to L.A. in 2016.
They're moving back to St. Louis in 2021.
Probably. 24 years ago in 1994 at 4:30 a.m., the magnitude 6.7 Northridge earthquake hit Los Angeles. It lasted 10 to 20 seconds. It killed 57 people, and the damage was estimated between 13 and 50 billion dollars. Yeah. 20 years ago in 1998, Matt Drudge leaked a suppressed Newsweek story about President Bill Clinton and a White House intern named Monica Lewinsky, the blue dress girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did.
And 10 years ago, in 2008, chess master Bobby Fischer died at the age of 64. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
you know
Good
what's
Morning
pitiful is I
Clarksville.
remember a lot of that.
Huh?
I remember a lot of that.
Well, a lot of it
Pitiful,
was,
isn't it?
yeah, sort of current, So,
Well,
it's
sort
okay.
of current in the last 50 years.
Well, no, some of it, in 43 years ago, you were, 17? You were 18? So you remember, you remember Beretta?
Yeah, I do remember Beretta. I did.
And 32 years ago, you were 29?
Now that I don't remember.
You don't remember the Clan of the Cave Bear?
No,
You don't?
I was really foggy.
I remember the movie. I didn't see it, but I remember it.
It was a fog.
Yeah.
A giant fog.
We're not going to go there. Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Culver's of Clarksville. Go online to culvers.com for an update on their frozen custard flavor of the day.
The National Sports Media Association released their annual list of the top sports writers and broadcasters in every state yesterday, and both of Tennessee's honorees are first-time recipients. The Tennessean's Joe Rexrode is the Volunteer State's top sports writer, joining Memphis Grizzlies TV play-by-play man Pete Pranica, who was dubbed our state's best sports broadcaster. Both men will be honored at the NSMA's annual awards dinner, set to take place June 25th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now to college basketball, where the Vanderbilt Commodores continue to flounder through one of their worst seasons in program history. The doors fell for the fourth straight time last night, 80-62 on the road against Mississippi State. They sank a saddening 4 of 20 3-point shot attempts in the loss and are now 6-12 overall this season, 1-5 in the Southeastern Conference as they get set to host the LSU Tigers on Saturday at noon. And lastly today, we bring you news about a historic performance on the ice last night from Nashville Predators backup goalie UC Saros. Saros posted an incredible 43 saves, helping the Preds to a 1-0 home win over the Vegas Golden Knights. Nashville's lone goal in the triumph came from Kevin Fiala, who rebounded a PK Subban slap shot in the third period and slammed it home for what proved to be the winning strike. The victory marks Nashville's first ever against the Las Vegas Expansion Club, and the Preds will hope to continue a hot home stretch as they host the Arizona Coyotes tomorrow. From the WVWB Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Family outings should be special. They should be memorable. They should be fun. And you'll find all of that and more with a short trip to Culver's of Clarksville. With a focus on customer service and quality farm-fresh ingredients, Culver's is serving food and fun at a whole new level. Go by today for one of their made-to-order butter burgers or a waffle cone stuffed with fresh frozen custard. They're at 140 Southampton Place, just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to delicious.
Remember the original. Toothpaste Gold. The music and memories.
The big 1400 WVWB, it is 9 degrees at 7:33 in downtown Clarksville. Expecting a high today, 21, plenty of sunshine, but please do not let that fool you. It's going to be dangerously cold today. 19 degrees, 21 for a high, 10 degrees for an overnight low. And then tomorrow.
It'll be cold again tonight.
Yeah, 10.
That's cold
10.
enough.
Yeah, what does it feel like?
10. Kind of like right now, it's 9.
And then tomorrow, 36.
When are we going to get warm?
Tomorrow. We start warming up tomorrow. 36.
But then it's going to get back down to what tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night will be down to around 19.
Well, you know, everything, it'll melt and then it just freezes up again.
But then Friday it's up to 45. So, and the weekends it's in the 50s and 60s.
Oh.
So we got.
So we won't have any more freezing. Thaw out, freeze. Thaw out, freeze.
I didn't say that.
Freeze.
I didn't
thaw
say
out,
that.
freeze.
I did not say that.
It's snowing out there now.
I did not say that.
It was snowing when I went out.
Really?
Yeah. Looked like the blizzard of 2018.
So I guess we're stuck. Did you got any cat food?
I got some tuna.
Tuna, okay.
Yeah. I might have some Spam or some treat and crackers.
Okay.
You like treat or Spam?
Spam. I'll go with the Spam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know, you read about all these things, and so I was wondering, how many kids are actually doing that Tide Pod Challenge? Have you read about that? Where kids are eating these pods.
Why?
Well, you know, you think about, well, is that really going on? Well, the American Association of Poison Control Centers say they've had 39 reports of kids intentionally eating them in the last 2 weeks. That's in the last 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks they've had them.
Are kids really that? Never mind.
Oh, they're just looking for a thrill and whatever.
So you eat the
latest
Tide Pod for a thrill?
Yeah, they open the Tide Pod and eat the liquid. I don't know what it does. I don't know.
I don't.
Anyway.
You know what? They need their mouth washed out with soap. Then they won't do that. Give them a toothbrush while they're
I thought of something else besides the mouthwash. Washing their mouth out with soap.
Oh, besides
little corporal punishment.
Oh, little corporal punishment.
Yes,
now
sir.
You're cruel and unjust now.
I am.
You know, that's outdated.
That's
you can't do that.
That's me. I know.
Can't do that anymore.
So today is Betty White's birthday. She's 96. Time to play Yes or BS.
Oh, no.
With Betty White. Yep. I'll give the statement. I'll give the statement. You say is I'll do this. Yeah, we did Dr. Martin Luther King on Monday. Today we're going to do Betty White. Are you ready?
Betty's White.
Yes or BS on Betty White.
Okay.
Betty is her nickname. Her real first name is Elizabeth. It's not Ferdinand. Yes or BS?
Yes.
You're starting off right.
Okay. Thanks for playing.
Betty is normally a nickname for Elizabeth, but her birth certificate says Betty Marion White. Her parents specifically named her Betty because they didn't like other nicknames like Beth or Liz. Okay? Number 2. She's on Twitter and has over 1 million followers. Yes or BS?
I'd say that's yes.
Very good. You're even. She's tweeted over 100 times since 2012 and has 1.4 million followers. Number 3. She's been on television since the 50s, but she's still never won an Emmy. Yes or BS?
BS.
Very good. You're on a roll. 2 in a row. She's won 5 Primetime Emmys and has been nominated for a total of 21 times. Her first win was in 1975 for the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Her last one was in 2010 for hosting Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live? She got an Emmy for that?
Yeah. She was also nominated for 2 daytime Emmys. Oh. Okay, number 4. You're on a roll.
Yeah.
She's the first female game show host ever to win an Emmy. Yes or BS?
Oh, now that I don't know. No.
Yes or BS?
BS.
Even. It's one of the daytime Emmys that she won. She hosted a show back in 1983 called Just Men where women had to guess how many men would answer different questions. It ran only one season, but she won an Emmy for Outstanding Game Show Host. And the last one, she's played her character from Golden Girls on a total of 4 different sitcoms. Yes or BS?
I'd say yes.
Very good. She played Rose Nyland on a short-lived Golden Girls spinoff called The Golden Palace, where they ran a hotel together. She also played her on 3 episodes of Empty Nest, which was another Golden Girls spinoff, and on 1 episode of the sitcom Nurses, which was a spinoff of Empty Nest. So very good. You done good, John.
I did 3 out of 2?
Yeah.
2 out of 3.
No.
What'd I get?
You got 3 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So see, you know more Betty. You're a closet Betty White worshiper, aren't you? Yeah, I know. You're a closet Betty White worshiper.
Hot.
Yeah, you know, 96 years old.
She looks the same as she did when she was 46.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, she's an iconic character.
Yeah.
I like Betty White.
Yeah, I do too. She's
good,
funny.
Good. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for asking.
Don't forget the Ball Network Notebook coming up later at 7:50 this morning with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400.
Excuse me. That's a bad
a successful student athlete is a year-round job, and Austin Peay State University needs your help to keep some of their finest on campus this summer for off-season classes and training. Yes, you are formally invited to the first annual Peay Party event, January 26th, starting at 6 p.m. on the Echo Power Club level of Austin Peay's Forterra Stadium. Your ticket to this event includes not only the satisfaction of supporting student athletes, but also delicious drinks and hors d'oeuvres. The event will also feature a silent auction and opportunities to interact with current and former Austin Peay players and coaches. Help us continue to grow the culture of excellence within the APSU Athletics Department, January 26th at the first annual Peay Party event. Get your tickets online at letsgopee.com/sporttix or by calling 931-249-4900. Have a good time making a difference for hardworking athletes. Call 931-249-4900 for tickets to the Peay Party today.
Hey, are you stressed out about a receding hairline or tired of daily watching handfuls of hair float down the drain? Eliminate hair loss and grow brand new hair with the all-new Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Over-the-counter shampoos are damaging your scalp and causing hair loss with harsh detergents. Vermax offers natural, botanically based solutions to clean your scalp, prevent hair loss, open up pores, and reestablish hair follicles. Don't be bald. Call Vermax today at 888-601-7864 to get that lush, healthy head of hair you've always wanted. Again, the number to call, 888-601-7864. Eliminate hair loss with Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Call 888-601-7864 now. That's right, call 888-601-7864 now.
Why settle for less when you can get more at Wyatt Johnson in Clarksville, your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee? Score and win with Wyatt Johnson GMC Buick, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru, as well as 3 pre-owned superstores for more selection in minutes versus days, shopping place to place. We are the region's largest GMC Buick dealer, the area's newest Toyota dealer, and home of the Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru giant. You always get more at your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. The Wyatt Johnson Automotive Family in Clarksville.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
The new year is upon us, and we've made it through the holiday season. Now it's time to stop dreaming of candy canes and sugar plums and think more practically. It's time for a new set of tires, and the place to get them is Hell Yeah Tires at the corner of Greenwood and Crossland Avenue in Clarksville. They have the area's largest selection of new and used tires, and they'll guarantee you the best deal in town. Head on down to Hell Yeah Tires at 702 Greenwood Avenue, or give them a call at 931-552-1403.
The Big 1400, WVWB, Chuck and John. It is the Wednesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. It is Governor Wednesday. Bill Persinger.
Day, too.
Don't do that. That scares me.
What?
Bill Persinger will be in from Austin Peay State University, and we'll spend some time with him during the 8 o'clock hour. 10 degrees in downtown Clarksville.
And it feels like?
Expecting a high, it feels like 10.
Oh, okay.
Expecting a high today of around 21. It's going to be sunny, but it's going to be very cold, dangerously cold. Overnight low tonight of 10 degrees, so be careful. Tomorrow it warms up nicely, 36 for an expected high, and then Friday a high of around 45 degrees. Some closings that we have: Academy for Academic Excellence is closed. Austin Peay State University is closed. Clarksville Academy is closed. Fort Campbell schools are closed. Heritage Academy is closed. And Montgomery County, Clarksville Montgomery County schools are closed also. So those are the closings that we have so far today. You know, you think about the cold, and I was telling you that I had to dress for warm.
Yeah.
You know, there's a new product that's a leotard for your dog. Yeah.
You're going to get Wembley one.
They're supposed
Wembley should run away if you try to put a leotard on him. He should run. Run, Wembley, run! Do not let them put this leotard on you. Put a leotard on mine.
They're supposed to keep your dog from shedding everywhere. But really, they
part
just
of what
make
they
them.
do.
They just make them look ridiculous.
Yeah. Thank
you know.
Don't put it on them, please.
So, speaking of ridiculous, might I share something with you?
You might, sir.
Because you
Thank
told me yesterday that you went out and you had some chili.
Yeah.
From Wendy's.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she asked me, she said, "Can we put onions and
onions and cheese in that chili?"
I said, "Yes,
please, yes, please. Can I get a double dose?
That's right.
Can I get some extra hot sauce with that too? And extra crackers? And then you even took Roxy something home.
Yeah, I did.
So it was good. But anyway, listen to this.
Okay.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. You ever eaten Kentucky Fried Chicken?
It's been a while.
Oh, is it? But anyway, they're famous for having phenomenal gravy. Their gravy is great. Yeah. They got pretty good gravy. And a lot of people, and you know, you think about it, I'm sure a lot of people drink that stuff every day.
Huh?
But did they have to take it this far? The gravy.
Yeah.
Listen to this. KFC has just released 3 cocktail recipes that use their gravy as an ingredient.
No, why ruin a good drink and put KFC gravy in it?
Listen.
Oh.
There's a Bloody Mary called Gravy Mary. Gravy Mary uses vodka, an ounce of gravy, tomato juice, Tabasco, and Worcestershire sauce.
See, I'm throwing up.
You're also encouraged to garnish it with KFC's popcorn chicken.
Oh, no. What a ruin. Well, how to ruin a good drink.
Stick with your chicken. There's a drink called the Southern Twist that uses bourbon, 2 ounces of gravy, black pepper, and brown sugar.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And there's another drink, the weirdest one of all, is called the finger-licking sour.
I just flipped out
You want
chair.
You want my pocket knife? Cut your wrist?
I might.
The finger-licking sour. It uses mezcal, over 3 ounces of gravy, cherry liqueur, lemon juice, orange marmalade, and an egg white.
Well, I am about to throw up. I was hungry. I'm not really
And
hungry
I hate to plagiarize, but why?
Yeah.
Why?
Why ruin good drink?
I don't know.
Remember, more sun to go.
I'm ready, Freddie.
Ready for what?
The big 1400 WVWV. It is 10 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of 21. We did not predict that it would be snowing. I don't know if it's snowing in your area, but in downtown Clarksville, it's snowing. And there's a dusting on the streets again.
I
so
need to go home.
I guess I'm going to be stuck here with John and Bill Persinger, but we're going to have to ration these donuts. We're going to have to cut little pieces of them.
I got tuna and crackers.
And then he's got tuna and crackers. So, you know,
I got some Spam.
And we got plenty of water.
Treat.
So, and bathroom facilities.
I've got water in the truck.
And the bathroom facilities are working, you know.
Do you always,
frozen. Is that a purposeful thing that you have water in the truck?
Actually, yeah, I have food and water. I've actually been going up into Hopkinsville to do some stuff at our family farm. And so I always kind of carry stuff with me to make sure if I get stuck or stranded, I'm good to go for at least a day or so.
In Hopkinsville, too.
Yeah. It's worse up there.
I keep a blanket in the car. I keep all kinds of stuff in the car.
I don't keep any food or water, but I guess I should.
Yeah?
Yeah. You used to live in your car, so it doesn't make
Well, that's why it's still in there.
Hey, there's this guy in London.
Yeah, what'd he do?
And he tried to get around paying the baggage fees last week.
Uh-oh. What'd he do, make him drinks with KFC gravy?
No. He put on 8 pairs of pants and 10 shirts.
Oh.
And tried to go through. But they caught him and said, he looks funny. He looks kind of odd. So he got busted, and they wouldn't let him on the plane.
Oh.
So he had to go.
10 pair of
He had to go
pants
out and buy some luggage, a gym bag, and put all his clothes in there. Time now for the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400.
Tennessee faces 2 tough SEC road games this week, starting Wednesday night at Missouri. This is the Ball Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. 21st ranked Tennessee embarks on a 2-game SEC road swing this week at Missouri Wednesday night and then to South Carolina on Saturday. The Vols will face 2 of the toughest defensive teams in the league. Coach Rick Barnes said it'll be up to the veterans to make sure the younger players know how tough it'll be on the road this week.
We've got a hard week ahead of us coming here, playing against teams that defend extremely well, play hard, and we think we can compete in that area. Again, we have to do it, and we're going to have to do it a bunch more before the season's over with.
Auburn is the only undefeated team left at SEC play. 8 teams have 2 or fewer losses. Coach Barnes said it'll be a challenge every night the rest of the way in this balanced and tough league.
It's going to be tough. We're in a dogfight along with all the other teams in this league, and the way we will respond to adversity and success will say a lot about us.
Tennessee 12-4, 3-2 in the SEC. Missouri, coming off a loss at Arkansas, is 12-5, 2-2 in the SEC. Tigers, though, 8-1 at home this year. Tennessee and Missouri tip off at 8 p.m. Central Wednesday from Columbia. During the winter months, Ball Nation heats up with intense basketball action inside the comforts of Thompson Bowling Arena. But for those who farm for a living, there's no getting around being out in the elements. Their livestock to be cared for, fences to be mended, and equipment to be served. That's why folks turn to their local Farmers Co-op, where inside you'll find products ranging from feed to footwear and apparel to animal health items. Plus, the kind of neighbor-to-neighbor service you won't find anywhere else. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. 2 of the top teams in women's basketball square off Thursday night as 6th-ranked Tennessee travels to 5th-ranked Notre Dame. 7 p.m. Eastern tip Thursday from South Bend. Reporting for the Ball Network, I'm Bob Kessling.
Wow, where did 2017 go? Wherever it went, it's behind us now, and we all get a fresh start here in the new year. If you're a business owner, there's no need to start 2018 off with outdated forms or stationery. Give Copies in a Flash a call, and they'll get everything updated in a flash. They're located at 1841 Business Park Drive and ready to help with all your printing needs. Call them at 931-551-3219 or check them out online at copiesinaflash.com. No job is too big or too small for Copies in a Flash, and they're just around the corner from where you are.
70 solid gold.
stone. Should have seen it come a long time.
Big 1400 WVWB. It is 10 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WVWB 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Winter weather making travel difficult, if not downright dangerous, from Texas to Georgia and from there up the East Coast to Maine.
A sight you don't normally see in Houston. Snow falling, and in the middle of the afternoon after this storm moves through some areas, it's leaving just enough precipitation to refreeze, causing big rigs to park on highways in Louisiana and in Tennessee to wait it out. And viral video of a car sliding on black ice hitting a police cruiser in Park Hills, Kentucky. Both drivers okay, just a little shaken. Good rule of thumb, first responders say if you don't have to get out, simply don't. Val Dior reporting.
And North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper expects roads in his state to remain treacherous right into tomorrow.
The forecasts say the skies will be clear by Wednesday night, but below freezing temperatures on Wednesday night means that we can expect continuous hazardous driving conditions on Thursday morning.
Also at SRNnews.com, former Trump aide Steve Bannon, reportedly now the target of 2 subpoenas stemming from the Russia investigation.
The congressional subpoena came the same day the New York Times reported that Bannon has been subpoenaed by special counsel Robert Mueller to testify before a federal grand jury.
That's correspondent Shirley Smith. Bannon spent all day yesterday behind closed doors with members of the House Intelligence Committee who are apparently not satisfied with the answers he gave or didn't give. Following a thorough medical checkup, the White House physician says that President Trump is in excellent health. Former CIA officer Jerry Chung-Shing Lee is under arrest, accused of keeping classified records, including the names and phone numbers of covert agency employees arrested Monday night at New York's JFK Airport. Dow futures are up 113 points, and this is SRN News. As our week-long profile of Christian music icon Wayne Watson continues, SRN's Tom Trotup asked him how he felt the first time he heard one of his songs coming out of the radio.
I would probably say that inside I was freaking out, but outwardly I tried to act very contained. I didn't want to be, oh, you are something now, boy. I would never have, I might have thought that somewhere deep inside, but I would never have shown that.
Did you have to follow the charts in those days?
Oh,
They
yeah.
always say you're number one with a bullet.
Oh, yeah. My mom passed away in 2012. I don't know if it's still up in her house or not. I haven't been there for years. She had a framed billboard chart with the touch of the master's hand at the #1 spot of adult contemporary Christian category, and it was #1 on that chart. She had it framed and all that kind of thing.
Awesome. She must have been proud of you.
And tomorrow we hear the story behind one of Wayne Watson's biggest contemporary Christian hits. This is SRN News. More debate today in the Senate over a national security measure that it was threatened by a talkathon.
The Senate is set to follow the House in voting to renew an expiring provision of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Senate leaders kept the floor open for more than an hour Tuesday night until they achieved the 60 votes required to end the possibility of a filibuster. The measure allows the National Security Agency to collect information, including texts and emails from foreigners abroad without a warrant. Opponents of the bill worried that Americans could be swept up in the data collection in violation of their constitutional rights, while supporters called the measure a powerful and effective tool needed to protect national security. Linda Kenyon, Washington.
European Commission Chief Jean-Claude Juncker says the offer stands, an offer for Britain to remain in the European Union. This, even as both sides have now entered the second phase of their Brexit negotiations. More details at srnnews.com.
Being a successful student athlete is a year-round job, and Austin Peay State University needs your help to keep some of their finest on campus this summer for off-season classes and training. Yes, you are formally invited to the first annual Peay Party event, January 26th, starting at 6 p.m. on the Echo Power Club level of Austin Peay's Forterra Stadium. Your ticket to this event includes not only the satisfaction of supporting student athletes, but also delicious drinks and hors d'oeuvres. The event will also feature a silent auction and opportunities to interact with current and former Austin Peay players and coaches. Help us continue to grow the culture of excellence within the APSU Athletics Department. January 26th at the first annual Peay Party event. Get your tickets online at letsgopee.com/sporttix or by calling 931-249-4900. Have a good time making a difference for hardworking athletes. Call 931-249-4900 for tickets to the Peay Party today.
The Big 1400, WVWB, Clarksville area weather. Partly sunny, cold, 21 for an expected high today. Clear and frigid tonight. 10 for an overnight low, not quite as cold on Thursday with sunshine. 36 for a high. Friday, sunshine, patchy clouds. Mid-40s for an expected high. Right now, we've got snow flurries in downtown Clarksville. And we've got 10 degrees. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county looking pretty good at the moment. It is busy in a few places. Looks like 41A out at Fort Campbell busy and slow in a couple of spots. 41A Sango, not too bad at the moment. Highway 12 looking slow in a couple of areas, but I do see several slick spots out in these areas out in the county that are causing these slower drives into the city this morning. And if you're headed to Nashville, well, 24 does look good all the way into Music City. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic. And there are no accidents to report in the Clarksville, Montgomery County area at the moment.
Well, good morning. We're still in good shape out here as far as wrecks on the interstate. That's for sure. Traffic's actually moving right along as we look at I-40 here coming into Hermitage from Wilson County. Traffic's on time right now on Vietnam Vets this morning through Hendersonville. Drake at Louise. That's a minor collision. Should be out of there in just a few more minutes. Hey, now for a limited time, switch to Cricket. Get a free phone, card, charger, earpiece. Go by the Cricket Wireless Store, 904 Murfreesboro Pike. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
It's been a look at your traffic and weather together this morning and the latest national news here on 1400 AM WVWB. It is 8:09. Today is Wednesday, And that's a special day always on Wednesday. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. It is Governor Wednesday. Bill Persinger's here from Austin Peay State University. Some of the closings that we have right now, Academy for Academic Excellence is closed. Austin Peay State University is closed. Clarksville Academy is closed. Fort Campbell schools are closed. Heritage Academy is closed. And Clarksville Montgomery County schools are closed. Those are the...
I just got another one in.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh. WVWB. Closed.
It's closed.
Yeah. You said it was frigid.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be frigid tonight.
It
you
is.
must have ran into one of my exes somewhere out over the weekend. Talk about frigid. Woo. It snowed.
John.
You're not.
John
you're
trying
not
to be.
engaging.
John trying to be funny. He got him a new girlfriend, so he's trying to
real
be
frigid.
John. John. The kids are home. The kids are home. The kids are home.
So?
Okay.
Oh, they are.
And they're listening to the radio.
Oh, good morning, children. We're
Yes.
talking about the cold weather.
Yeah. And we're talking about the cold weather.
My ex is free.
Not John's exes and multiple exes. All of them. He put in lump.
I know. You know that song, All My Exes Live in Texas, but they don't. I can't get them to move to Texas. I'll still live here. All four of them. Jeez.
Well, John, there's hope.
There is?
Yeah.
That I can get them to move?
No.
Maybe we can have a special.
A special on what?
Yeah, with one of the band lines to help move them all out to.
Well, you make the big bucks. All you have to do is just, start doling out some of those Washingtons and Lincolns, a couple of those grants. And
it costs money.
Yeah. Give them a history lesson.
They gave me a history lesson.
No, give the
while.
moving company a history lesson.
Oh, okay. What, and see if they feel sorry?
No, just start giving them some Jacksons and some grants, some Ben Franklins, and see if they help you move some of your exes to Texas.
I'd like to see if I could do that.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. Payday's coming up. Do it.
It is?
Yes.
When?
Soon.
Oh, we just had one.
We'll have another.
Oh, okay.
So anyway.
All right. Well,
good to be here. It is the Wednesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville with Chuck and John, and Bill Persinger here from Austin Peay State University.
Yes.
Bill, you hear what John's rambling about his exes?
He sounds like he's got a few issues.
4 times. 4 times. But he's got a new girlfriend.
Counted.
He's got a new girlfriend.
Congratulations, John.
Yeah, I'm just not buying any presents.
But he's trying to get rid of her.
Oh, it's all, Valentine's Day is coming up,
yeah,
right?
He's trying to get rid of her. He wouldn't take her to see the Star Wars movie.
No, we broke up.
So he broke up so he wouldn't have to buy her any Christmas presents. And now, Valentine's Day is coming, and he wants to break up with her because he doesn't want it. I said, you could get a card. Get her something small and significant.
That costs money.
He don't want to do that. So I don't know why he's complaining, because he brings it on himself.
Oh, well. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. The big 1400, WVWB. 1400 WVWB. It is 10 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of 21. John was talking about his exes, moving to Texas, and the trouble that he has with sustaining a relationship. So I found this story that I thought you might find interesting, John. Okay.
Here we go.
I mean, it's always heartwarming to hear a classic love story, and this is a classic love story. Comes from Northern Ireland. A young lass named Amanda Teague. She's 45 years old, and she works as a professional Captain Jack Sparrow impersonator. Captain Jack, a.k.a., yes, Johnny Depp's character.
And this is a woman that plays a man.
This woman that she's as an impersonator.
She impersonates a man.
Yeah. And clearly, the power thing really it kind of resonates with her because after decades of struggling with dating and one failed marriage after another, Amanda finally got sick of looking for a good man.
And she married a woman.
No, she decided to marry a pirate. But not just any pirate. She's going to marry the ghost of a 300-year-old Haitian pirate named Jack Teague.
Yeah, buddy.
She says she felt his energy in her bed one night in 2014, and after a conversation with him about how she wanted something serious, they got into a relationship.
With a ghost.
With a ghost. And in 2016, she said he proposed to her through a medium, so she found a shaman priest, sailed out on international waters, and she got married to the ghost pirate. Now, she says she and Jack are co-writing a book for other women who might want to find a husband in the spirit world.
Okay, and she's expecting twins?
No, I didn't say anything about
it.
it.
The woman that married her game?
No.
Nintendo or whatever it was?
Tetris.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Mrs. Tetris.
She's not married. This woman married her ghost, and they're writing a book for. And I thought that somewhere there's got to be a guy who could write, about getting, having a relationship with a spirit, a woman spirit, because there are female spirits. You believe in spirits, right?
Yeah, the kind you get at the store.
I'm not talking about Jack Daniels.
Oh.
I'm talking. You believe in
that kind of spirits? I do believe in because I can see them. I can hold them.
No. You believe? Do you believe in? You believe in ghosts?
No.
You don't believe in ghosts?
No.
You don't.
Why?
Okay. Because if you don't believe in ghosts, then this story is mute. It's not going to help you. You can't find
There's something wrong with her.
Now, John, this may be a good option for you to solve all your girlfriend issues. I mean,
Get a ghost.
See? Bill's got something.
Yeah. Oh, I just met Mrs. Ghost. Oh, she's so lovely.
No. It's a different type of relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box, John.
That's right. I mean,
What kind of box
I mean, how's your luck been going so far?
Children are at home. Let's stop.
Evidently. All right. The big 1400. WVWB. Chuck and John and Bill on the Good Morning Clarksville show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time for the sports. You want to get them out of the way?
Yeah, time now for a sports update with Justin Swallow. Brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy.
Date is presented by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Now enrolling students in pre-K through 3rd grade online at powerandgraceacademy.com.
The National Sports Media Association released their annual list of the top sports writers and broadcasters in every state yesterday, and both of Tennessee's honorees are first-time recipients. The Tennessean's Joe Rexrode is the Volunteer State's top sports writer, joining Memphis Grizzlies TV play-by-play man Pete Pranica, who was dubbed our state's best sports broadcaster. Both men will be honored at the NSMA's annual awards dinner, set to take place June 25th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now to college basketball, where the Vanderbilt Commodores continue to flounder through one of their worst seasons in program history. The Doors fell for the 4th straight time last night, 80-62 on the road against Mississippi State. They sank a saddening 4 of 20 3-point shot attempts in the loss and are now 6-12 overall this season, 1-5 in the Southeastern Conference as they get set to host the LSU Tigers on Saturday at noon. And lastly today, we bring you news about a historic historic performance on the ice last night from Nashville Predators backup goalie UC Saros. Saros posted an incredible 43 saves, helping the Preds to a 1-0 home win over the Vegas Golden Knights. Nashville's lone goal in the triumph came from Kevin Fiala, who rebounded a PK Subban slap shot in the third period and slammed it home for what proved to be the winning strike. The victory marks Nashville's first ever against the Las Vegas Expansion Club, and the Preds will hope to continue a hot home stretch as they host the Arizona Coyotes tomorrow. From the WVWB Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
With the Christ-centered curriculum and a high expectation for academic mastery, Power and Grace Preparatory Academy has set the gold standard for elementary learning. Certified by the Tennessee Department of Education, they've extended their offerings to include music, art, and Spanish. Additionally, students will be participating in STEAM Fridays, emphasizing science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Before and after care is available, spanning from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and enrollment is open for children in pre-K through the 3rd grade. For more info, visit powerandgraceacademy.com or call 931-320-9862.
The Big 1400, WVWB. It is Governor Wednesday. Good morning, Clarksville, and we have Bill Persinger with us here. And even though Austin P is closed, Bill is here. And I mean, I think I'm writing Dr. White and saying I think he should get Employee of the Quarter or something.
The show must go on, right, Chuck?
Yeah, he's valiant, and he brought donuts. He came bearing gifts, John.
Oh, hey, it's a snow day, so we got. I mean, we got to have donuts on a snow day,
and
right?
And he did not bring just any donuts. He brought the bow ties and the cinnamon twists. I mean, he went big time. Yeah. Right, so. Yeah, that'll be good. So we got to start rationing this food because if it keeps snowing,
yeah, we get
stuck here. Now, do you like Spam?
I've had worse.
No, not if you stick. Not if you stick around John Michaels long. He got that. What is that? Kippering?
Kippered snacks.
Kippered snacks,
Kippered snacks. Is that like a tuna or not tuna? It's a fish, right?
Yeah. You're an outdoors person, so you understand eating out in the raw, eating Vienna sausage and stuff out of the can, out in the woods.
That's what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Yeah. So that's something. So how you been doing?
I've been good. Trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
Keep the fireplace burning.
Yeah. You were sharing with us that classes were supposed to start yesterday at Austin Peay State University, and you couldn't remember a time when classes did not start on time.
Yeah, I've been with the university for, I guess, as a student, including as a student, of roughly 30 years, and I don't recall us not being able to open on the first day because of weather. Usually the weather seems to hit later, like late January, early February. March has been usually our worst weather situations, it seems like. This is a little unusual not to be able to open on the first day.
So you kind of think, we were talking yesterday, and we think, okay, are we getting this out of the way so that the rest of the winter will be, tolerable, or is this just, the first of many?
My prediction is we will have more. I mean, usually, like I've said, early March, we didn't close collectively. We probably closed less than a week or two for the 25 years or so I'd been there. And then about, I'm trying to think, I want to say 2011, which was the year of the flood, we really had some unusual weather. We closed more that year between flood and snow events than we had in the 25 plus or so years I'd been there at that point. I recall that we had basically kind of an ice snow mix, kind of like we got this week, last Friday, come in, and we had basically a layer of about 6 inches of a kind of a sleet icy mixture that had kind of melted together, and I'm pretty sure we closed for a whole week at that point, which was really unusual.
Sounds like I remember that, and that was back in that time. Yeah. But we got really what we didn't expect. We did not expect a 1-2 punch, I don't think, as much as it was, because it started snowing last Friday, was it?
Friday morning. It started about 6 a.m. converting to freezing rain.
Yeah. And then the rain froze and melted, and then we got the snow. And then, Monday, we were here Monday. And things were, it just seemed like the roads, they had the roads in pretty good shape. And I mean, the roads this morning, the main roads are good. I think the street department, the road department, whoever scrapes, they did a great job of getting the main roads. Some of these side roads are a bit risky, but so this 1-2 punch that we got really just knocked us all whack.
It set us back on campus. We have a phenomenal physical plant crew. Those are the grounds people who clear the sidewalks and roads, and also do all the landscaping and things. And they've been out in this weather the whole time, clearing snow and trying to get campus safe. We had a lot of students come back over the weekend, getting ready for the first day of classes, which should have been yesterday. So we have, most of the dorm parking lots are full, so students are there. And so part of the challenge is we need to be able to get them access to dining facilities and things like that, so they can have meals and whatnot. So, the campus never closes in that regards while students are here.
Right.
And so our physical plant crew was out. They were using, leaf blowers and shovels and, all kinds of equipment. In fact,
as you said, think outside the box.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, a leaf blower is actually a pretty good tool to remove snow from sidewalks if it's loose snow. And in fact, there's a picture on our Facebook page that I took yesterday that we posted of one of our physical plant workers, and it kind of tells the moment. He's covered in snow himself and blowing away the snow from the sidewalks, and those guys have been working hard. Campus was actually in pretty good shape yesterday. Or before this last snow came, where they had cleared over the weekend. But this one kind of hammered them again after they'd worked all weekend.
Yeah, it does. And Bill Persinger is our guest. He's the director of marketing at Austin Peay State University. You bring up an interesting point, Bill, because Austin Peay State University is closed. That means the campus is closed, but that does not mean all of the campus is closed, because the students are still in the dorm, and because activities are still going on. That just means no classes, but the kids, young men and women, still have to go to the dining hall.
That's right.
What I want to say,
the cafeteria and places like that.
Yeah, and so that area should be, and a lot of them want to use this time to go to the library. So would the library be open, do you think?
I don't know if they've opened yet or not. Usually what happens is, main thing is that there is food sources. So there's multiple food venues on campus, and in fact, one of them is the terrace, which is right there in the new dorms. It's actually inside Erickson Hall. And so that's open. They serve like lunch and dinner type menus. And then there's also basically some convenience stores also in Han Village, and a few places scattered around campus. They try to open those. The cafeteria didn't open yesterday just because we didn't have enough staff to man it, from what I understand.
Right.
But some of the other, they still did have some staff that were able to get there for some of those venues so that the students could have access.
John knows a place you can get some great chili.
Wendy's, right?
And they got onions there. Yeah, onions and cheese. He was surprised that they asked him, "Would you like onions?" And he said, "Yes, I would."
Absolutely.
And I told him that I think that's relatively new, because Wendy's is the only place I'll get chili.
Yeah.
And they asked me, I've been there a couple of times, and they asked me, would I like onions and chili? And I went, okay, move it on up. Yes, I would. They got great chili.
Yeah, I love a good bowl of Wendy's chili myself.
And a cheeseburger.
Absolutely. That's the ultimate combo.
Yeah, that is the ultimate combo if you're going to get it. John took a hamburger home to his ferret, right?
No, to the cat.
To the cat?
To the stray cat.
Oh, I thought it was for Roxy.
No. Roxy likes chicken.
Oh. He took a hamburger home to the stray cat.
That's right.
That's been hanging around. And see, he doesn't understand that once you start feeding those cats, they don't leave. And once
somebody left the cat there. The people next door moved away and left their cat.
John, there are places that you could take that cat. Now that you started feeding it, It's going to hang around, and it's going to, you know, get pregnant, and it's going to have more kittens. Remember when you used to feed the cats around here?
It's a male.
Oh, that's okay. There will be more. You remember when you used to feed the cats around here?
Yeah.
And what did it grow up to?
We had about
Nation.
50 of them.
Yeah.
Spayed and neutered.
Yeah, he was spayed. He would feed the cats around here.
I caught cats for 2 months.
And the next thing you know, it was 2, and then it was 20-something cats running around here. You know, spayed, cat nation. But anyway.
Okay, thank you, Bob.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Bob who?
Barker.
Bob Barker, yes.
Yeah, you know.
Have your cat spayed or neutered. That's right. Bill Persinger is our guest here on the Big 1400. It is Governor Wednesday. So what else is going on, Austin P?
Well, we're just trying to get the campus cleared again today. Physical plant crews are back out there hard at it, and I'm looking outside now. It looks like it's still flurrying, so we got to. Actually, your car is covered.
Oh no, John, go out and that's why. Go out and wipe my car off.
But
why does he give me that look? Like that?
I tell you, you can't get good help anymore.
I know. There's good help. I'll give you a donut if you go out and scrape.
Negative.
Okay. Anyway,
but yeah, just trying to get classes going is the main thing now. Getting campus reopened and safe, and you know, we're gearing up to be open tomorrow. If the snow doesn't quit, you know, that may be a little questionable at this point, but every effort's going to be made. And I think the good thing is, even though it's going to be still extremely cold, the temperatures are going to get up enough where ice melt should work better. So.
How do you all communicate with students in times like these? I mean, something had to go out this morning that the campus would be closed or classes were, you know, closed or...
Yeah, absolutely. So there's multiple ways we communicate. The main way is through what we call our AP Alert, or it's also known as RAVE Mobile Safety System, which is a kind of a multi-tier system that allows us to text, email, post on social media for Facebook and Twitter. It also posts to our homepage, but it allows us to send a message of whatever our status is. And so basically that's my role in communication with the university, is that I'm myself or my staff, we key those messages based on the decision that is actually ultimately made by the provost, or the provost and vice president for Academic Affairs, which is Dr. Rex Gandy.
Okay. So once that decision has been made, they go to you, and then you are to distribute it.
That's right. That's right. So we send out text alerts, email, Facebook, Twitter, post it on the website. But then we also turn around and send it to area communication venues such as. The station here, we go in and program it into the television stations out of Nashville to show our status, and then we follow up and send a second email that is not through the alert system to all faculty and staff and students, because the alert system itself is an opt-in program, and so if you hadn't signed up for the system, then you may not get the message. But the other factor there is that, and the reason we send to radio stations, you know, throughout the region is, you know, you do have emergency situations where their communication may be shut down.
Right.
Sometimes cell towers go out, power goes out, things like that, and so we have to have other ways to communicate, and that's where AM, FM radio is still a really important thing to us too.
Yeah.
So we can get the word out to our students and campus community.
Bill Persinger is our guest. He's the Director of Marketing at Austin Peay State University. It is Governor Wednesday. It is 11 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Expecting a high today of around 21. Clear, cold, very cold tonight. 10 degrees for an overnight low. For Thursday, not quite as cold. Some sunshine, 36 for an expected high, 19 for an overnight low. And Friday, we'll even warm up to the mid-40s for an expected high with sunshine and patchy clouds. And the weekend, I think, with 50s and 60s. So
yeah,
maybe some of this stuff will melt. And we'll see how it works out with this. Maybe this 1-2 punch that we've gotten, maybe that'll be all that we get, because we're supposed to have a relatively mild winter, but you know, we've had some cold days, and I wouldn't consider them mild at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I mean, even when we didn't get snow, we've had some cold days.
Did it actually make it to -2 last night? I hadn't checked, but that's what the forecast was.
I don't know.
I know it. I know when I went to bed, it was down to 4, and it's been a while since we've seen that. So that's.
I know it was so cold last night. I had to move. I get cold real easily, and so I had to get one of our space heaters and bring it out and dust it off and put it out in my study. You know, I was working out in my study last night, and to help with because it was so cold. And it was supposed to get, I don't know if it was -4. What was it?
This morning when I got up, it was 3.
3 degrees? Yeah. Yeah, it was bitterly cold.
That's cold enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and you have to be careful, you know, about when you're out in this weather like that. And we're talking with Bill Persing at Austin Peay State University. Bill, you know, the students, do you all have to send out, I guess, directions or let them know, you know, for you want to get something to eat, these areas are open, and do y'all have to do that too?
Yeah, well, Housing and Residence Life usually sends or puts that on their I think they have a social media outlet, but definitely their webpage too, puts out information. For example, yesterday it was the handstand, which is, you know, the convenience store there on campus, and then the facility in Erickson Hall, which is I'm sorry, I just forgot the name of it, but they put out an announcement that those were open and available from, I believe it was like 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
And so
I'm sure a lot of the students wanted to get out in the snow. And play. Did you see a lot of activity of walking around on campus and playing in the snow?
You know, I was out. I guess it was still morning. I believe about 10:30 or so when I went over to campus to kind of check things. And
all you wanted to get was from point A to point B inside the warm, right?
That's right.
You wanted to sightsee.
I never really got out of my truck. I actually went over there to pick up my daughter because she wanted to come back to the house since there wasn't much going on. But you know, I drove around just to kind of see what things look like, and of course, I always have to go by Emerald Hill to see if anybody there. There were a few folks sledding up there, and
braving
it's still a little early in the morning for that probably, but usually from what I'm seeing on social media, there were a lot of people on Emerald Hill yesterday afternoon.
So let me ask you this: getting, you know, the classes were supposed to start yesterday, so we're going to be a day or two behind, but starting a new semester, what new challenges does that bring? What does that entail as far as, you know, the new semester starting? This is the winter semester?
Well, this would be spring semester.
Spring semester, okay.
Yeah, and of course we've got with us, we're a little unique in that we actually have 3 different semesters going on at once with the start of the spring semester. This is every semester, but with our Fort Campbell classes, we run an 8-week schedule out there, where if you're on the Clarksville campus, that's a 15-week semester. And so you have 2 semesters that occur during the regular semester with our Fort Campbell classes. And so you can actually knock out 2 semesters by going through Fort Campbell Center. And so, you know, just I think the challenges are just kind of getting people kind of registered and finished up the days leading up to, you know, paying your fees and whatnot, and then confirming your classes.
Has that already been done?
That's usually in fact, you know, speaking of class confirmations, I've noticed some questions out on social media about that people can't see their classes. What happens is the night before classes begin, we actually do what's called a purge. This is a required thing that we have to do to basically get our enrollments ready and all our classes confirmed. And so they do what's called a purge. And basically what happens is if you've paid and confirmed that you're, you know, planning to come or take your courses, then everything is fine. But there's a temporary there's a time the night before where you can't actually see your classes. And so that's what's going on as we're conducting our purge to finalize everything. And then usually the following morning, or usually within a few hours, they've done that process and you can see your classes again. But it often causes a little panic, but it's, again, one of those things we have to do. There's no other way to do it. And so just I think if people know that'll help assure them that they're okay as long as they have like paid and made sure they've got a confirmation back on that. So,
and usually they would get their books and everything.
Yeah. So that's the other question we're getting is the bookstore open? And I haven't heard yet if it's open today. Typically, if we've closed, that's a safety issue and people can't get there that are the employees. So I don't think it's open right now, but they will open as soon as possible. But yeah, there's a lot of people who have purchased books already leading up to the opening day, and some people need to swap books and things like that. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of activity tomorrow, assuming that we can open tomorrow on schedule.
All those eager young minds, they'll be ready to go, and you'll see a flurry of activity. It seems like, tomorrow might be, I'm sure that your maintenance crew, or your grounds crew, will have everything passable, and as you said, you all have to be mindful of the safety of the students and the staff at Austin Peay. That's why clearing off that area.
Yeah, that's right. So that, and actually, that of course that applies to all students if we're open. We have about 2,000 people living on campus, so that's a pretty good population, and we have to, again, get them access. But the other thing we get a lot of questions on is commuters, and that's 80% or a little more than 80% of our population right now is commuter students. And so we take that.
I didn't know it was that high.
Yeah, so, we have roughly about 10,500 students attending right now. And
is that the main campus, or is that Austin Peay?
Well, that's all of them. So that's Clarksville campus, Fort Campbell campus, and Springfield campuses. But
we got a campus in Springfield?
Yeah, the Highland Crest. It's the facility's actually kind of managed by Volunteer State Community College, but we offer courses there through that campus.
How's that working out?
It's not a large number of students, but it's mainly geared to help students from Vol State or other community colleges to move on to complete a 4-year degree after they've completed an associate with them. And with online classes, I think that's part of the challenge there for an on-ground is they can also take those online. And if they live in another area such as Springfield, oftentimes they end up going that route as opposed to an on-ground class. But it's gone okay. It's again not a huge population of students, but it's just another offering that we have out there so that people can complete their coursework.
But that would make sense, to branch out.
That's right.
Have those, satellite, just like campuses around. That makes sense. But I did not know we had satellite campus in Springfield.
Yeah, and so going back to the weather issue, we have a lot of people commuting from Springfield, Houston County, Stewart County, so on and so forth. And as myself and the provost and our other vice president who's over grounds and those things, as well as our police chief, we're all in communication during these weather events and trying to assess, not only Montgomery County and our campus, but get information about these surrounding counties, how hard they've been hit, and take that into consideration because, again, that's the majority of the population.
If 80% of the people or 80% of your population are commuters, it would be beneficial to know what's going on some of the incoming roads, the interstates. Do you get many? What about Kentucky? Hopkinsville, you get that?
Yeah. Well, and we mentioned Fort Campbell. We have a lot of students that come. Actually, Hopkinsville State Community College is one of our largest sources for transfer students. Actually, out of all the community colleges, but so we do have a considerable number coming from that area because they've either transferred or they may be traditional students as well coming from that area. So that's a factor. And it's funny, the weather here is it could be there could be no weather happening here in Clarksville, downtown Clarksville, and you can get to Fort Campbell and it can be a blizzard. I've actually witnessed that a few years back. We were debating because we had a weather system coming in kind of like this, and it was right on that state line. It was like following the actual state line.
Right.
And during my lunch break, I had to go to North Clarksville to take care of a couple of things. And when I got past what I call the triangle, which is kind of the Highway 79 area. Right. Once I passed that, headed north, it was just like you hit this line, and there was an absolute blizzard that hit, and the streets were covered, and you get south past 79, and there was nothing.
Yeah.
But it eventually came, but it didn't come till later in that afternoon when the system shifted south a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting how my wife, she normally keeps her weather on Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
Because she figures they're looking out for them helicopters, and they don't want to lose any helicopters. So their weather will probably be a little more precise than anybody else's. They've got radar that, anyway, she keeps it on Fort Campbell. Well, anyway, so what do you have to do today?
Well, so we'll just...
I mean, are you going to go into the office?
I may swing by campus for a little bit and do a couple of things, but I mean, really, there's not a whole lot I can do just because there's nobody there.
Okay.
But
John, write him a note that he can go home.
I can go home.
Yeah, he's gonna write you a note so you can go home.
Mainly just emails. There, again, with our social media, I've been. That's actually what I spend a lot of my time doing is emailing communication with, just trying to help with a decision or figure out what we're going to do, and then. But then also we get a lot of questions on social media through Instant Messenger and some of those venues. So I try to jump in there and answer some of those. I have some of my staff kind of maintain that, but sometimes the questions are.
So you answer them individually? Some of them?
Myself occasionally, and then again I've got a few staff members as well as kind of a student-run team that helps manage that.
Yeah.
But sometimes the questions are very specific, and only I may know what the answer is, so I try to help out in that way. But that's how I spend my snow days often. It's not that I'm sitting around a lot, but
he goes to Shipley's too.
I go to Shipley's. We might get out and do a little sledding or whatnot with my kids. But
do you have a wooden sled?
No, I've got a big plastic one. We used to have one of the original what are they called, the Western Flyers. I had one of the original Western Flyers. But
those are serious sleds. They got them at Target.
Oh, there
I just want to let you in store.
There you go.
Because my wife checked. Anyway, thanks, Bill.
Thank y'all.
Weathering, and now I don't know if it's still snowing outside or not, but anyway, be careful.
Y'all too. Stay safe, stay warm.
Bill Persinger from Austin Peay State University. It is a Governor Wednesday here on the Big 1400. WJZM.
Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
Warren's Apothecary is much more than just a pharmacy. From prescriptions to home medical equipment, these folks have been taking care of families since 1960. They will take care of your prescriptions. They have certified fitters for mastectomy supplies. Warren's Apothecary has hospital equipment for sale or rent, and much more. Most insurances are accepted, and they have free delivery. Give them a call to find out more. 931-647-6791. Warren's Apothecary is located at 1647 Memorial Drive in Clarksville. Call 931-647-6791.
We've got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
Looking for a new golf experience? Tired of playing the same old courses? Try Clarksville's newest golf course, the River Club Golf and Learning Center, located along the Red River. The picturesque River Club offers some of the area's best golf, putting greens, and driving ranges. And while you're there, stop by and have lunch in the clubhouse or enjoy some live music in the evenings. It's open to the public and waiting for you. The River Club Golf and Learning Center, Clarksville's premier golf experience. Call the River Club of Clarksville today for more information. 931-919-3200. The River Club of Clarksville.
Here's a special program note for viewers of WCKV-TV. As you may have heard, WCKV-TV, Clarksville's only broadcast TV station, has moved to Charter Channel 6. They're also looking into opportunities to do more local programming to serve you better, so please stay tuned to WCKV Charter Channel 6 for some changes. WCKV-TV will continue airing on CDE Lightband Channel 12 and over-the-air Channel 21.1. Channel 21 is a free service. WCKV-TV, engaging, inspiring, and uniting all of Montgomery County and beyond. Unique by design. WCKV-TV, Clarksville.
In your time of loss, you need to know someone cares. Since 1916, Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home has been serving the Clarksville area with the kindness and respect you deserve. It's their goal to provide quality, compassionate services to you and your family during this very difficult time. Mike Parchman and his staff genuinely care and provide prearranged plans that accept insurance to help ease your pain in your time of grief. Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home. People who care. A name you can trust. Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home. Madison Street in Clarksville.
Clarksville Online is where you'll find the latest in Clarksville area news, weather, sports, and current events. Depend on Clarksville Online for crime reports and special events, Fort Campbell news and current events, and the latest financial news. Want sports? Then visit ClarksvilleSportsNetwork.com. Movie listings and weather bulletins? Go to DiscoverClarksville.com. And for all you bikers, visit ClarksvilleMotorcycle.com. You'll find everything you need on the Clarksville Online Digital Network. Clarksville Online. We are Clarksville.
Edition, the Governor Wednesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. It is 11 degrees, expecting a high today of 21, 10 degrees for an overnight low, and back up to around 36, so warming up nicely for Thursday, 45 for a high on Friday. Right now we're at 11 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Did you know Hawaii has virtually banned all billboards since 1927?
No, I did not know that.
No
billboards.
No billboards in Hawaii make up the landscaping. You know, you can see the panoramic view, the beaches and the gardens. And no billboards.
Sign of a billboard
no
in the way.
Get in the way. Eat at Joe's. You know, they don't want that stuff. You know, come see Don Ho, Waka Kakaloka. And they don't want
Is Don Ho still alive?
I'm not sure.
I think he probably did, ain't he?
He might be.
He'd be like
But his legend lives on. We're still talking about him. We're still talking about it.
And then the people on the other end are going, who in the heck is Don Ho?
Yep. Taco Bell was able to create 15,000 new jobs just because the Doritos Locos Tacos were so successful.
15,000 new jobs?
That's right.
What, do they make them by hand? Or?
I don't know. I mean, because they had so many requests for them, they had to hire more people to be able to keep up with the requests.
Huh.
So speaking of food, that's part of our good news story today.
Yep. You tied it all in nicely then.
Cops do a lot of this stuff all the time, and nobody ever hears about it, but I found this story, and it has a pretty cool twist. A woman named Melanie Hasse was at a Chick-fil-A with her 15-month-old daughter, Charlotte, last Friday in Hobart, Indiana. Now, Hobart it's about 30 miles southeast of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
And she was with her daughter.
Gives me an idea.
And while they were eating their meal, Melanie noticed that her daughter, Charlotte, had stopped breathing. It turned out that she was choking on a piece of apple. Yep, you can get fruit at Chick-fil-A. You know, when you get that.
You get the fruit.
So Melanie panicked. She didn't know what to do, but luckily a group of police officers had just walked in. Two of them immediately flipped baby Charlotte over and started smacking her on the back, and it worked.
Oh,
she spit the apple out and started breathing again.
That is good.
Now, the cool twist to this is one of the cops was a rookie. His name was Richard Mayer, and it happened to be his first day on the job.
Wow. What a day, what a way to start.
So he started working as a cop and immediately saved someone's life.
Huh.
Obviously, Melanie is extremely grateful and thinks it's a sign that he was meant to be a cop. That's our good news.
I believe it could be a sign.
That's our good news for today. That's the good news.
First day on the job.
First day on the job. And he
Somebody's
saved Charlotte's life, baby Charlotte's life. Yeah.
That is pretty good news.
That's a good thing. Hey, speaking of good news, I think today was a good news. I think that was a pretty good show. Bill Persinger spent a good time with us. He brought donuts.
He did.
On this Governor Wednesday.
Somebody brings food, it's a good day.
I know.
We love people that bring us food. You bring us food, we'll talk nicely
Don't say
about
that.
you.
You're groveling for food, you know.
I'm not groveling right at the moment. Now, tomorrow I may be.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is Clarksville, Montgomery County Teacher Thursday.
Oh.
So we got someone from Montgomery Middle School, Montgomery Central Middle School.
Yeah, that lady that came back when we had.
She's gonna come back again.
She's coming back.
Yeah.
She might bring us some cafeteria food.
John.
Breakfast.
John.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know, one of those.
Just save you a couple of donuts.
Pizza.
Save you a couple of donuts.
School pizza's good.
Save you a couple of donuts, okay?
I'm charged up just thinking about it.
Oh, he gets excited over so many things. And one of them is cafeteria food. Thank you for sharing this part of your Wednesday with us here on the Big 1400. Hopefully we'll get together again tomorrow. Till then, be well, my friend. Bye-bye.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning,